Something slightly different this time round in this video. This is not a full review of the Honda Accord, this humble but excellent Honda Accord. It's more of an ode to this car. It's a car that has been in the family for 3.5 years now. It's my dad's Honda Accord, and it's a car that I myself have done a few thousand miles in, and I really do like this car. So I might as well say that from the beginning. This is a great car. In this video, I'm basically going to go through all of the reasons that I like this car, what it is that makes it a special car to me and to my family. Also, a couple of things that I don't like about the car because, you know, got to be balanced. If that sounds good to you, then please stick around for this video. So this car is the 7th generation Accord. Obviously it's been around a very long time as a name, and it was sold from 2003 through till 2008. In America it was sold as the Acura TSX, although admittedly with a different interior. In Australia and New Zealand it is the Honda Accord Euro. It's a 3-box, so it's got engine up front, space for 4 or 5 people in the middle, and a boot at the back. It's got really nice sharp lines on it, but it's understated. My favourite angle is the rear 3/4 angle. That just really shows off the design of this car. It doesn't make a big song and dance about how it looks, but if you compare it to, say, the Toyota Avensis of the time, that was just a saloon car. This car in particular is the executive model, and it has all of the bells and whistles that were available at that time. So I've got these big heated leather seats, and I've got a sunroof that electrically operates. I've got power folding mirrors, a very good sound system with a CD player. It's got dual zone climate control and auto dim rear view mirror as well. The most satisfying indicator stalk that I've experienced in any car, you know, and I've driven what now, like 60 odd cars on the channel and more in my normal life. It's very simple, thin, Japanese kind of style stalk, but pop it down, it's just got a really, really pleasing feel to it. And it's such a weird thing, it's like it's just an indicator stalk, but why can't other manufacturers get that right? I don't know. And then the second thing is the gearbox. The gearbox is very, very pleasing to use. Every time I get in this car and remind myself how fun it is to row through the gears. To quote the motoring journalist cliche, the rifle bolt accuracy of the gear shift is fantastic. It's got that, what I always think of as a Honda quality. It's like an understated quality. It doesn't feel quite as plush as maybe a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi, but at the same time you just know that it has been built with care and attention, and everything is screwed together in such a really great way. It's a practical car. It's got all of the things that you might kind of want in the cabin in terms of like cubby holes and decent sized glove box and all that stuff. But it actually has cup holders as well. Now that sounds a funny thing to say because of course all cars have cup holders, don't they? But no, the German rivals at the time, like Mercedes and BMW, it was not a given that you'd get cup holders. My CLK, which is the same, basically designed the same time as this car, it's the same age, has no cup holders in it. This car also passes the turtleneck test, and for me that is, does it look right? Do I look incongruous in this car with the turtleneck on, or do I fit perfectly? And I think that with this being an executive car with that leather and the saloon shape and everything, I think that this is the car of a very sensible architect of the early 2000s. So 3.5 years ago when we bought this car, my dad was in the market for a new car, obviously, and because his Jaguar X-Type had bitten the dust in terms of rust. We needed to find a new car for him, and we kind of thought, well, let's just get something sensible and boring, like a Ford Focus, you know, a sensible hatchback. We looked at a couple of Ford Focuses, and I just wasn't getting excited. They're a fine car, but they're not that interesting, are they? Just the bog standard 1.6 litre Focus. In the corner of that dealership was this Honda Accord. It caught my eye. I saw it in the corner, and I just thought, that looks really clean. It looks absolutely immaculate. I noticed that it was over budget as well, and I was like, uh-oh. As soon as I put my hand on that chrome door handle, that really sort of delicate but robust chrome door handle, opened the door, and the door opened with this very satisfying feeling. And I thought, oh no, this is it. This is the car we have to buy. Dad obviously came over, had a look, and he immediately felt the same way. So he made the budget work. He was like, we have to buy this car. And we're so very thankful that we did, because it was a one-owner car. It was owned by this old guy who'd like had it from new. You know, he'd looked after it, he'd serviced it every year. It was full service history, and it had just 38,000 miles on it. And we were just like, this is perfect. We did have to stretch the budget to what I think at the time was $4,500 in 2020. We haven't actually done that many miles in it. It was on 38,000 when we got it, and it's now on 43,000. It's from 43,800 miles, so we've actually only done 6,000 miles in this car. over that time. So get this out of the way straight away, it has been 100% reliable. It has needed a new battery, but the battery was old, and that's it. Obviously it's not a huge amount of mileage to be testing this car, but it has been, of course, with it being a Honda, very reliable. In those miles, those 6,000 miles, this car has been serviced, I think 2 or maybe 3 times, so you might call that overkill. The oil's probably not even had a chance to fully work its way around the engine by the time we replace the oil, but it does do quite a few short journeys to the local supermarket and things like that. This car has the 2-litre VTEC engine. Now you could get a 2.4 petrol VTEC as well, or a 2.2-litre diesel, and they were all brilliant engines. It's got enough like torque low down for your sort of average daily driving purposes, but if you really want to overtake in this car, you can really make use of that Honda red line of 7,000 RPM. So I'm just pulling onto a dual carriageway now, and it's time to unleash the VTEC power. There's just something really amusing about the fact that they put that engine in this car, and it's not because they thought, oh, let's put a really special fancy engine in our standard saloon car. It's because Honda only makes special fancy engines. So you put that 2-litre VTEC in there, you've suddenly made the Honda Accord, the humble saloon car, really quite exciting to put your foot down. Okay, it's not actually the fastest car in the world. It's probably 0 to 60 all out is like 9 seconds or something like that, but it's the sensation. As we all know as petrol heads, it's not all about performance, and that's what electric cars have taught us now, isn't it? That in an electric car you can put your foot down and do 0 to 60 in 2 seconds or whatever, but that's not everything. Obviously acceleration's fun, but it's that sensation of the noise of the engine and the petrol burning away and propelling you forward with a sort of theatre. One of the things that I'm not quite so impressed with this car is the handling. Its steering is kind of quite numb and you don't really get any feedback from it. It doesn't feel particularly sharp or quick. Although it's perfectly fine around a corner and doesn't feel unsafe or anything, you just don't feel that connectedness to the car. It's not a car that's designed for fun cornering or anything. When you're cruising along at 70 miles an hour in this car, there is a bit of road noise and wind noise. It's not the absolute quietest motorway cruiser there is. The RPM is sitting at 70 miles an hour, just over 3,000, but it's not even halfway through its rev range. So actually the engine's not stressed. With the Cross Climate, it's Michelin Cross Climate tyres on it. This car is absolutely fantastic in the snow. As you can see out the window now, that's a lot of snow. And I do live in the Peak District in the UK where there is a lot of snow. And this car it has more grip and traction than these local like Land Rovers that drive around, these jacked up things. Absolutely perfect winter car, along with these ridiculously plush heated leather armchairs that they are in the executive model. They are really comfortable. The leather is lovely quality. It feels really, really nice. It's proper leather. Something else extremely cool about this car is that it was in the best advert ever made for cars. I remember it crystal clear from when I was, I think I was a teenager. And it is, of course, the Honda COG advert, where they built that crazy machine out of all the parts of this car. It's a Rube Goldberg machine. One of those machines where each part of it sets the next thing going. It was made up of 140 moving parts of this car, from like the bonnet to the door to the valves from the engine to the wheels to the sensors of the automatic wipers and all these different things that it really, really pleased me to realise that advert was for this car.
Isn't it nice when things just work?
I had to replace the wing mirror because unfortunately my dad has slightly customised this car on the outside, reversing into the driveway. He clipped one of those sort of horrible concrete pillars and it knocked the wing mirror so that it was basically broken and flapping around. For my dad's Christmas present, because we're a strange family like that, I got him a wing mirror. It's the power folding wing mirror for this car in the right colour and everything, and I got it off of eBay. But my dad was very happy with it, and I also, as part of that deal, fitted it over Christmas. If you want to see the full review of this car, then I'm going to leave the image of it at the end. It's one of my very first videos that I made. It was the second car I ever reviewed. Obviously my presentation has changed slightly since then, but the video is still full of interesting information. That's sort of like my ode to the Honda Accord. It's the car that it means a lot to me and my family. Thank you, Dad, by the way, for lending me the car and for being a great supporter of this channel. I can recommend it to you if you're looking for a car from this era, especially the executive model with it. I mean, look at that ruched leather back there on the seats. How classy is that? If you want to see your car on this channel, by the way, a full review of it, then please do get in touch. I'm going to put my email address and Instagram account here where you can sort of email me or DM me. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Increase my very small follower count on there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.